Game number 2. So last game we had SwiftPanther getting first, Martini getting second, Nexus getting third. So we're gonna look at how this game goes. It looks like to start off, we don't see a whole lot of scrappies to begin with, but we will see a lot more people like going into it as the game will progress, unless they high roll in another build in the early game, but it's very unlikely that will be the case. Martini here starting off with a loss streak actually. Does have a Bat Rider on the bench. He might be thinking about going into Knights potentially. Already has a Bat Rider and another Bat in the shop, which could be really nice. Also has a Slaughter pair. Let's see what he will decide to buy here. He will buy the Slaughter, he will buy the extra Bat, the Wish Doctor, and even the Life Stealer. And he's gonna go with the Veno 2-star. So that's gonna give him some Savages potentially as well. So he's got some early Knights, early Savages. That's a really strong board that he can get now. Is actually gonna be Abnecide's insect board, it seems like. Unless it's one more Shikuchi coming up. Oh, the Weaver! Oh, that was so close. 10 HP. Abnecide almost getting away with that win streak. Didn't have any other units to put in. Actually, he was trying to... he was hitting the 20 gold eco there. If he leveled, he would have actually hit the win streak and the gold from the win streak. But instead, he decided to just hit the 20 gold, and now he's got a free reroll. He's going to finish a Weaver 2-star off of that. And now Abnecide is in a really good position. One of the strongest early game scrappies board he can get. Frolic here having a Beno 2 with some Warlock synergy, making the insects too. Not as strong as Abnecide's board, that's for sure. This Weaver 2 and insect just too much with the scrappy bonus for Frolic to handle here. So PoutyPanda on a win streak this time around has a Tusk 2-star, a few Assassins on the bench, also got some Earth Spirits and a Storm. There's some potential here for some Spirit Mage build. We could see in ladder. There's been quite a few of these Spirit Mages that have been doing a lot of work, so that could be a potential for sure. Chris here with Bloodseeker 2-star. Abaddon, Omni, it just seems like a bunch of like just 2-stars and whatever strong units that he found. It'll be interesting to see what he will go into, but most likely it looks like Knights here with healers. Omni Dazzle can make healers. The Bat Riders paired up, so Knights is looking very likely for him. Nexus here has Axe 2-star with a Beastmaster making Brawnies. Not a lot of pairs though. So, won't necessarily mean he's 100% in Brawnies, but we'll see if he actually decides to go with it. And there's a nice juicy Vanguard there for his Axe. It's like really good item for Axe. So SwiftPanther actually has some Assassins this time around and 89 health. So the two top players from the last game are not in the high HP category this time around, but you know, good players can always play from every position in the game. Does have a headdress though this game. That's not a very... this is probably like one of the worst items, especially since your units kind of like follow your headdress guy around in the fight, so it kind of like ruins your positioning in a lot of situations. And since he doesn't have any upgrades and he's staying like for eco here, he's gonna lose a lot of health. And the biggest thing for SwiftPanther is that he has no pairs whatsoever, right? Or good ones at least. He's got Bounty pair and that's pretty much it. He doesn't have a Quad pair, he doesn't have a Viper pair. Like, I wouldn't even say he's in Assassins right now, but he also isn't really much in anything. And this is like a really scary situation to be in, because without 2-stars or some kind of direction in the build that you're going into, it could be really hard, and he's losing a lot of health every single round. So now he's got a Weaver that can make him insects with the Nyx Assassin, which is really nice. And then after that, in his next pack, he didn't get anything again. That helps him with his direction. So Things are looking a bit rough, and I would take the, yeah, there you go. We got the Timber out for the Nyx here, and I got Assassins and Insects, and hopefully this will help him reduce the amount of damage that he's going to take on every round while still maintaining his loss streak potentially, because he's gonna keep needing a lot of rerolls this game. He managed to kill 1 unit at least, which is really good for him. He got 2 potentially with this Weaver. Nope. Okay, so still taking a lot of damage, and PoutyPanda are going to continue his win streak. PoutyPanda up to 6. One of the players where you really don't want having a win streak. They just really understand how to like utilize their gold well. So there's a Sanking and a Sniper. Wow, that's a really early Sanking in this game. That's such a good unit, especially with this Tusk now gonna make some Savages in the early game. Really, really good for PoutyPanda. Things are going well for him. Abnecide here, still staying on level 4, has a Nyx 2-star with his Weaver 2-star, and that's pretty much it. So we know for a fact that Abnecide is gonna play into Scrappies no matter what. But considering that he didn't level up, that's very interesting. I'm not entirely sure why he didn't level up. So we're gonna take a look at what he's gonna do next. You want a salsa bar? Do it, Lewis. Get some sausages, man. Why we can't see players' ecos? What do you mean you can't see players' ecos? They're right here. Oh, they're gold. Hey Gabby, how's it going? Scrabosaurus. Their gold is invisible? Huh? It's right here. Their gold right here. That's all their gold. It's not it's right here. Pasha. So Abnecide actually decided to just go straight to level 6. He just ignored everything. So he skipped 5, he went straight to level 6 for the next turn instead. That was his plan. Interesting. Yeah, I'm just talking to water. My to go the ice cubes. Oh yikes! Yeah, I would refuse to get the ice cubes anywhere for sure. So Frolic going into some kind of a savage build this game. It looks like we have a Abnecide getting demonic golem in Scrappies. That is a brave move. Unless it was a misclick by Abnecide here. He's actually on a win streak and he's gone for Essex.
Easiest Viver of my life. Killed that thesis defense. Time to party.
Oh, nice. That's so good. That is so good, Gabby. Well played.
Darling, I'm just better than you.
Alright, so Chris here, this time around, got his NO. But he's does have a Tinker in the shop and a Weaver paired up. He has an Omni 2-star, he's got some healers and some like contract. Like Chris's board looks really weird. I'm not entirely sure what his plan is. He might still be playing Knights, but at the same time he might not be. And he's not buying the Weaver, so I'm thinking that he's not gonna use it. So he's probably gonna play with the Sanking and the Doom or something. Maybe make some kind of like Brutes insect board to try and like save himself from the situation. SwiftPanther, 68 health, still very lacking on the pairs and like upgrade department. Doesn't have a single 2-star. He's very picky in this game in terms of like the units that he would like to take. So he's not really getting much of anything at the moment. Hopefully the Yoink will help him in the early game here, sustain some of his units, and live long enough to find something. Martini, we said that he was playing into Knights this game potentially. Does find a Sod at 2-star for himself, so he's actually using that. And he's also got a Venomancer with the Warlock Shadow Fiend. Like, he's got a really strong early game board. Now, the mid game could be a bit more problematic if he doesn't build into something powerful here. So we're gonna see like what kind of direction he's gonna take with this game. The Abaddon is kind of just there just to give some kind of, you know, tank ability with his Bat Rider. But I'm thinking that maybe instead of Abaddon or like this Venomancer, if that Pudge that he had would have been better, just so he can get the Heartless running. Since he already, or even over the Shadow Fiend, perhaps. But without Savages, I guess the Venom, like, it just doesn't do that much apart from, like, you know, slow people down and activate a Warlock synergy. But as of right now, the board does look pretty good. There's a lot of heals that go out in every single fight. Now it's Abnecide versus Martini's board. Okay, sorry about that. I don't know why it echoes so heavily. Yo, what's up, SwiftPanther? So how's it going? Thank you for the 3 months, poggers. Yeah, I need to figure that one out. I'm just gonna turn it off. I'm gonna turn off the notifications for now. Sorry about that. 1 per month. Torso the man. That was like 3 of them playing at 1 echo? Yeah. We're gonna have to figure that out afterwards. So did Abnecide complete his win streak there? I didn't notice. Sorry guys. It looks like he did. That should be Martini's board there. Martini gonna take out his Shadow Fiend for the Alchemist for the extra minus armor, which is really nice. And here it is, Declan Is Declan the one that's gonna beat Abnecide here? No, can't be. Okay, the Viper has fallen. That was a really scary situation because Declan with the Viper 2-star and Assassins almost did it. It almost did it. Okay, so let's take a look here. Frolic. It looked like he was gonna go for some Savage board, but now he's actually curving into Scrappies. So let's take a look at how many Scrappies we got this game. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 Scrappies in this game. Maybe Assassins, probably Scrappies, yeah. Then we got a Brute Savage, Brawny Savage, Brute Brawny board by Nexus here. So he was playing Assassins last game, now he's trying to play Brute Brawnies, but his Beastmaster is still 1-star, so it's not much of a Brawny to be honest. Chris here, going for a Legion Commander since he's got the contract this game. Makes a lot of sense. We were thinking like what board Chris was gonna go into, but it's actually just pretty much a straight up Legion Commander with healers here. And he also has the Warlock synergy since he's playing Warlock as a sacrifice. That's really nice. Only 5 Scrappies? Well, there's only 7 players. Def not, so it's pretty accurate number. And now Chris is gonna get the Bat Rider into the board. That's gonna give him Trolls and Knights. It's very, very strong. So that's really nice for him now. Chris, I think he's actually in a pretty good spot this game. Sells his Transporter for the Lone Druid here. It would be nice if you could get Savages somehow to pair with this LD. But it's not the easiest thing to do when you're playing with Legion Commander. And it looks like instead of having 2 sacrifices for his Legion, Chris has decided to put the contract on his Shadow Fiend so that when the Warlock dies, either the Legion or the Shadow Fiend will get the damage. And if the Legion dies also because he doesn't have such a great front line, then the Shadow Fiend will end up getting all the damage and getting the kills also. So it's not that bad. The only problem is this kind of hinders Legion Commander's potential to kill people during the duel. He doesn't have a Nesix. Yes, that is a big problem. Agreed. So one thing about Legion Commander is you kind of have to take a Nesix. So one of the reasons why I didn't think that he was gonna go for Legion this game, and he was probably playing, even though he has contract, he was playing nice, is because he took the Eno. So I think Eno is generally very weak in the mid game for your Legion, and you want your Legion to be able to like one-shot people in the late game. So like, although Eno is good in the mid game, it's gonna be much weaker going into the late game. You think it's better? You think Enthrall is a throw? All-out attack is better? Okay. I mean, we'll have to see how it goes later, I guess. I've seen that story before, but we'll see how it goes this time. Maybe it wasn't good enough. Why is other Underlord better? Because it gives addition of 50% pure damage, Pudley, to your demons. So instead of having 2 demons, you have 3 demons, and then you have more demons because of the amount, depending on how many of your archers die. Every time an archer is resummoned, it adds another demon bonus. So it's a lot of bonuses you get. Especially in scrappy meta, where the enemy gyrocopter sniper kill your archers non-stop. If one of your demons go first and then your Legion goes off second, oftentimes your Legion is getting like plus 200 pure damage instead of just plus 50. Right now, a board without an Essex is only getting like 50% pure damage because of the extra demon. Okay, I mean, like I said, like we're just gonna have to see how it goes from there, because you have a pretty decent board, but in my opinion, like what's gonna happen is the late game is gonna look very rough. You're not gonna be one-shotting stuff late game. That's the problem. For now, you're one-shotting stuff. Agreed. But it won't one-shot anything late game. With only 1 demon bonus. So Abnecide here has a pike on his Weaver. This is like one of the best items for Weaver. And he's got 33 kills on it. Because he got this early 2-star Weaver, right? In the early game. And now this 2-star Weaver has 33 kills. That's like plus 99 damage at the moment. Which is insane. And this is actually Abnecide's 2nd win streak. But it looks like it's gonna come to an end here. To Nexus's Brawny board. Which is really interesting, because we didn't think Nexus was going to be able to stabilize that much, but it actually seems like he has, since he was able to beat Abnecide. He's got a Lycan 2-star, he's got the Sand King pairing with the Savages, he's got the Brood for the Insects, he's got the Alch 2. Oh, that's the big one right there, the Alchemist 2-star. That's huge at this stage in the game. But Abnecide, to be honest, doesn't have as many upgrades as you would normally think a player with that many win streaks has, but now he's hit a gyrocopter that's insanely huge as well. And I'm kind of just curious as to why he took the NS6. I wonder if it's only because of the Terror Blade. But in general, like when you're playing with Scrappies, you're not really taking NS6 because like Eno just does so much more for you. Like, I wouldn't say so much theory crafting, more as like it was proven and tested. That's the thing. Martini here, gonna lose a round. So Martini also has an Alk 2-star. I forgot to mention this earlier. But he's also like kind of a strong board. Not a, oh, he's going for Abaddon 3. Interesting. I wonder what his play is here. Is he gonna just keep taking some rolls to hit Abaddon 3 or just gonna level up? Now he's just gonna throw the Abaddon in just so he has an extra tanky unit on his board. He doesn't have Heartless with this build, which is kind of like interesting since you can get like pretty much free Heartless if you can, you know, to pair with the Abaddon, which is -4 armor, kind of nice. And you already have like Alk and Slaughter, and the more minus armor you have is obviously like really good for you, since pretty much all the damage that Martini is dishing out is physical at this stage in the game. And it looks like he's gonna be able to beat SwiftPanther's board. SwiftPanther, like we said, had a very slow start in this game. And it looks like he still hasn't been able to stabilize. He does have dragons, but like dragons is generally not the best build to go pair with Scrappies because they just don't deal that much damage anymore. They've been nerfed a few too many times. Also his items kind of look lackluster. His only DPS item is like a basher, and it's not much of a basher, more like a utility item. Yeah, so Frolic here got Alchemist 2-star as well. He does. My goodness, what a boss. How is there like 3 Alchemist 2-stars in this game already? That's incredible. So there's 3 Alch 2-stars and then 3 other Alch 1s, which is like kind of crazy. And Frolic ended up playing just 4 Scrappies here. And he is continuing to play into the Savage and the Brutes for now. He might be like trying to scale his way into a Scrappy board, but at this stage in the game, he's kind of committed to these builds, right? With the Druids and stuff. And it's doing okay for him. Now, this is not like a tier 1 build that's probably going to win the game, but it can. There's a very good chance he can secure like 3rd place or something. Right now, the 2 strongest boards are like the Scrappies and the Legion Commanders, but the Legion Commander becomes weaker once it starts fighting into Medusas. And as of right now, there aren't any Medusas on the board, I believe. Yeah, we don't see any Medusas quite yet. And there are also 2 other players who are dying out really fast this game because they just didn't have very good starts, or a very slow start, so to say. And Nexus with the Jewel, it looks like he's gonna live for 1 more turn here potentially, as long as his Jewel doesn't do anything crazy. And PoutyPanda gonna lose that round. He's got a Lycan 2-star with a Sanking, so he's got some Savages going. He's got double Silver Edges. These are really good items for Scrappies. So I'm digging that. The only thing is missing is like a defensive item, I guess. Like he's got a Talisman, but it's not really enough in this situation. But it'll be okay. It'll be okay for him. So SwiftPanther here also won a round. He's got double Dragon Knights, but he's got 9 gold, so he doesn't have any ability to scale into this game. But he is trying to 3-star a Viper. So if he ever does get that 3-star Viper, that could be really good for him. Now he's fighting into PoutyPanda's Gyrocopter, so it kind of killed off his sniper a bit quickly. The first Dragon Knight did die, and now the second Dragon Knight is about to take a fall here. The Viper though is in the backline, doing a lot of damage. It looks like SwiftPanther might just be okay here. Wow. Okay, so he's actually stabilizing quite well with his dragons, and since he's trying to 3-star them, if he does hit it, it could be how he wins this game for sure. Or not wins this game, but like comes back into this game. But not being level 9 is gonna hurt him, but he probably has better chances of like getting 3-stars and trying to like come back through that. Take a look at his shop, what he's gonna find. Try to see if he can get some Vipers going. Nope, not a single Viper or Dragonite showing up. Oh, he's taking a lot of rolls there. Oh, he's got another Dragonite. He's 2 off a Dragonite 3-star. Now, Dragonite 3-star is not like the most polarizing unit in the game. It's pretty strong, it's very tanky, but it doesn't do as much damage as you would think. And it only starts doing a lot of damage once you have like a good item. Now, round 25 is around the corner, so there's a very good chance that he might get that good item this game. And here it is, Martini with his Abaddon board. It looks like he's starting to lose out, and like we said, going to the late game, it's kind of gets a bit more scary when you start fighting into the Gyros and the Dusas. And Martini gonna take a fall here. Gonna lose some health. It looks like Frolic also beating out on Chris's board for 13 damage. 13 is a lot of damage to lose. That's for sure. So there is 10 alliances on Chris's board, which is kind of nice for him. But his room for growth is pretty much a LD 2-star, so he can have a chance to get Legion 3s, and he also Bristleback upgrade could be nice as well. If he goes to 10, he can get a Disruptor in there to make Brawnies also. He's probably looking more for like a Sanking or something, so he can get stuns in here. Like a Bristleback potentially. So the Black Empire Legion, not gonna get stunned up. Really good for him. He's gonna get some good kills in here. PoutyPanda's board not looking as strong as he would like to be. And ooh, Martini gonna be taken out in 6th place here. That's unfortunate. And it looks like the Legion board has run out of gas. And it's gonna take another 7 damage. So SwiftPanther here. Yeah, someone said you should probably put a Moonshard on the Dragon Knight. I could probably agree with that. I don't think the Moonshard Sniper is all that important, especially if you don't have Hunter bonus. Sniper Moonshard is really good if you have Hunters, but since he's not playing Hunters, he's playing Dragons. It doesn't make much sense to put it on him for sure. And there it is, a Viper 3 with a Stonehawk Cloak. So that Viper is going to be damn tanky this game. Now, Stonehawk Cloak is a better item than Vanguard, because it's going to give him 1,000 extra health at the moment, and it's going to keep growing. But yeah. He does have a Moonshard. I didn't even notice that the first time I saw it. I was thinking like around 25, maybe he gets another item that's good for him, and he uses that. At this stage in the game, it might make even more sense to have 6 Scrappies instead of playing double Dragon Knights, just so the Viper gets a shield from the Scrappies, right? And since you're level 8 and everyone else is level 9, your Viper is going to get like a double shield pretty much. And that's going to heal him up, make him tankier. Because Viper has magic resistance but doesn't have physical damage resistance. So that like adding that would be pretty insane here. I'd imagine a second Dragon Knight is not doing a whole lot. Than like having a shield. Also for your Underlord. Let's not forget, it's your Underlord, your Dragon Knight, and your Viper all getting a shield. With the 6th Scrappy. He actually sold his Alchemist. I just realized that. He had an Alchemist earlier on the bench, but he decided to sell it to find some rolls instead. Another Moonshard. Nice. I mean, to be honest, at this point in the game, he's probably stabilized, right? Like, I can't imagine him being weaker than anybody else, but he needs to get that scrappy bonus. He had an Arc pair? Uh-oh. Big clap. I mean, he probably just panicked a little bit because he's like level 8 and everyone else is level 9. And he's not gonna be able to do anything unless he hits 3 stars, right? That's why. So, but that's okay, that's understandable. But right now, like, he definitely needs that shield on his Viper and Dragonite. So I'm thinking what he's thinking is he's gonna save gold for 2 more turns and just level up to 9 instead and put in the shield after that. That's his goal right now. He's just not gonna play with shield until he levels up, which is okay too, because it's only gonna take him 1 more turn to be able to level. He needs 30 gold. He gets 10 this turn, he gets 10 next turn, and then he levels. PoutyPanda has level 2 Gyro and Duza. Well, that's good for his board, because now he's really, really strong. And it looks like Chris is, at this point, probably the weakest board out of everybody else's, right? Yeah. Looks like it. Maybe Abnecide is the board that Chris wants to fight. But then Abnecide has a 3-star Weaver with a Stonehawk like, so he's actually really strong also. So the double bears have already fallen. The Viper is unkillable even without the shield. Now imagine if he had a shield, how strong it would be. And it looks like Chris is gonna be out in 5th place here. And SwiftPanther gonna be on a win streak. That's gonna be really nice for him. PoutyPanda is probably the strongest board at this stage in the game. By far. I would say Frolic is also doing pretty good for himself, but then his board is not that good too. I think, okay, Frolic is now the weakest board, and Abnecide is, like, getting there too. What did SwiftPanther just do? No. He rolled. Instead of going to 9, huh? Interesting. He actually rolled. Interesting place. He wants to get the Dragonite 3 and then put in the Alchemist. I mean, just put in the Alchemist, bro. Stop using double Dragonites. Give a shield to the Viper. He's actually gonna find a Dragonite 2-star before he puts a Dragonite 3-star before he puts in his 6 scrappies. Okay, Thrall it is. Yeah, like late game, you're not gonna be able to one-shot anything anymore without the extra demon bonus. It's really good, especially when the enemy Deadeye kills your archers non-stop. It's like super good when they kill your archers non-stop. You can't find a sniper 1 Frolic? Yeah, well, I mean, your board getting top 4 is already a big deal, I think. Because you were essentially fighting for top 4 with the kind of like units that you had. Okay, he's gonna do it, right? He's gonna take out... Okay, whew, blessed. I mean, that's super good power spike too. The Alchemist with the Alchemist 2-star, it's like insane amount of DPS increase for his board, for sure. So this Viper now has too much HP. That's all I know. He's got an extra 1,750 health. He's about to reach 2,000 HP. Look at that TB, just hitting the Viper and can't, like he's so slow. He literally wasted his entire BKB duration hitting the Viper and couldn't charge mana fast enough. This is actually unreal right now, how strong this Viper is. But that Weaver is also very, very strong. He's got plus 180 damage. His DPS super high. Oh, but the Viper though, no chance against Viper there. See, the only person who can beat SwiftPanther right now is actually PoutyPanda, and PoutyPanda can probably take out SwiftPanther before Abnecide dies, because Silver Edges counter Viper very hard. When the Silver Edges hit the Viper, it removes its passive, and it also removes its item. So this 3-star Viper is just gonna become a 4,500 health Scrappy Pepega. It will literally do nothing but just cast Nether Toxin. It's like you're playing without dragons and you don't have the cloak anymore. You don't need Deadeye, you just need the Dusa to hit the Viper. It doesn't matter, like if everybody else dies, right? Okay, if everybody doesn't hit the Viper, it's a good thing. If everybody else dies, then you hit the Viper with Silver Edge, it's over. Right? That's what's happening right now. Deadeye shouldn't hit the Viper, it's good. You know why? Because then the snipers can't be slowed. And then now he just got destroyed. To be honest, even if you ignore the Viper, it doesn't matter. The point is, like, the Viper needs to die at the end anyway, right? The problem with Viper, why he's so strong, is like he sometimes can't die at the end. Like he can like 1v6 people, right, with Scrappy bonus. But when you have a Silver Edge, he can't do that. So you will always win in the end, that matchup. So as you can see, SwiftPanther literally just got annihilated for like 18 damage in one turn by PoutyPanda's board. And the Viper was the last one left alive. So Abnecide here found a Radiance for his Alchemist, and PoutyPanda looks like he took a Moonshard or Mech. Was it Moonshard or Mech? It was one of the two. Radiance instead of Butterfly? Yeah, I would have probably taken Butterfly also. But I guess like Radiance also gives a mischance to your opponent and can deal a lot of damage. I think with the Warlock synergy, the Radiance can heal you quite a bit as well. But it doesn't look like it's gonna do much in the situation anyway. I mean, he is missing quite a bit though. Look at how much damage that Radiance did. That was a lot. That was a lot of damage. But I don't think that PoutyPanda can win. Sorry, I don't think Abnecide can win. I think he can be PoutyPanda. His board is just way too strong. And also, Silver Edge kind of removes your Radiance too. Right? I mean, Butterfly would also get removed by Silver Edge as well if he gets hit. So it doesn't really matter. Regardless, like, I think Abnecide is just too powerful. I mean, why do I keep saying Abnecide? PoutyPanda is too powerful. Stop. These two guys were the win streakers also in this game, so they're like doing super good. Abnecide had the highest health, and then PoutyPanda had like a couple win streaks here and there, but then he hit his Gyro 2's Dusa 2 very early. And Abnecide can't even finish his Dusa 2-star yet, so he's this is really like not a fight. The only good thing Abnecide has going for him is this monstrous Weaver that is like, it's like 550 DPS, which is kind of crazy because it's also Hunter bonus, so the DPS like it's not as accurate as it could be, because when he hits the Hunter synergy does a lot of damage. Anyway, PoutyPanda, easy peasy, double snipers, like decked out Scrappies, Cappuccino. Easy game for PoutyPanda here. Abnecide gonna get second, SwiftPanther got third, and Frolic got fourth.